Hello, everybody. Today is the anniversary of the birth in 1913 of Douglas Adams, author, among other things, of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which, as you know, is a book, but also a radio series, a television drama, and been made into stage shows and so on. It's a cult. But one of the rules for this comedy science fiction book, one of the rules that's created for his characters, Arthur Dent and others, is don't panic. And it led me to think about panic, which can be absolutely crippling for people. I mean, panic attacks are really nasty, and I'm not equipped to really talk about dealing with those. But I do think that most of us, experience panic at a much lower level a lot of the time. I think we can identify it because I think among other things, it's the experience of knowing that we've stopped thinking. Somehow our brains stop working, and we sort of start operating in a way that's irrational and quite often unhelpful. I think we panic because we feel threatened, and often this is something from outside us. But sometimes we do it to ourselves. We put pressure on ourselves because we think something's got to be done within a certain time, or because if we don't do something really well, we'll be in trouble. And so we create the circumstances for panic ourselves. And when we do, we don't notice that it's happened, and so we end up doing things wrong and getting things not how we want them to be. So let's think about how we might deal with panic. And I think the first thing is to be aware that that's what's happening, not to get caught out, not to suddenly look back and think, oh dear, I didn't do that right because I was panicking, but actually to realize it at the time. Then I think one of the ways is to bring yourself right into the present moment. Look at something that is near to you and really ask yourself questions about it. What color is it? How big is it? Really focus on what it looks like so that you are focusing in on the present moment and something completely different from the thing that's making you panic. And then another possibility is to calm yourself with breathing. One helpful tip is to breathe in such a way that your out breath is longer than your in breath, so that, for example, you might count to 7 breathing in and to 11 breathing out, and just doing that will calm us down and help to alleviate some of the panic. And I think if we can do that, then we're beginning to control those rather unpleasant times when we put that pressure on ourselves, or it comes from something outside, and we lose our wits. It can stop that happening so often, or when it does happen, get it back under control, so that we're able to behave rationally and sensibly, and so be much more likely to get things right.